Welcome back to Breath of the Wild. In last part, the old man was dead the whole time. And I needed not die on my way down this mountain.
I can't believe that floating in goo for 100 years made Link insane.
That was easy. And we got actual ice chews.
Oh, look at these little ice cuties.
They're so sparkly. I feel like I should pick them up.
Don't do it. They're made of choo-choo jelly.
But they're giant living glowies.
They are giant living glowies, but they're giant living glowies that'll turn you into a blood slushy.
Weird thing about them is, as long as they're glowing, they die in one hit, probably because they explode after you hit them. But if they're unexploded, it takes a couple of hits. Like, they somehow get stronger.
Just like me after a big meal.
It's me, Yami Creosote.
Back here, we got secret chests.
What? That's crazy.
And a secret sword.
That's a pretty good sword.
I assume the glittery items are new.
Yep, that means they're undamaged. I don't want to pick that thing up. I wonder what the last thing will be. Nope, I was completely wrong.
You recorded this.
I know, and I watched it earlier today.
Yeah, I'm going in blind. Surprise me.
Alright, if you jump into that waterfall, you die.
Sorry.
Because it's still freezing.
Just surprised me so much.
And across the river, that was the raft. It's actually really hard to get that raft moving. You pretty much need to have a Korok leaf on hand. Because it's kind of stuck on some poles, so it's not really going anywhere.
What I like to do is use magnesis and a very large metal weapon. And just push the metal weapon into the mast and it moves the thing forward.
Is there any kind of, like, resource cost or time limit on magnesis?
Nope. You can have it active as long as you want.
Nice.
It's just the other runes that have cooldowns.
And that's just to stop you from, like, stasising enemies into oblivion.
Or dropping enough bombs to crash the system.
Yeah, exactly.
Got a random pole out in the middle of nowhere. Which I suspect means treasure.
I mean, good level design would almost demand it. They're gonna draw your attention to something, there better be something there for you.
For those poles, you want to climb it the long way. Until you're right near the top, don't jump or you won't have enough stamina. Another shrine, but control stick. Jittery. There we go. I kind of like how the mini-map actually moved over to the pin that I put. Like that's somehow going to help me.
Is there a limit of beams you can put down on the map?
Yes, you can only have 5 beams active at once. But you can go into the map and switch it to a stamp, which you can have permanently. You can have a max of 100 of those.
Okay.
I like to put, I think, swords for the shrines, and those crystals for the towers.
From what I've heard of this game, even 100 might not be enough.
Probably not. I mean, like, you'd have to be able to see the entire map to place everything. So, it's enough for me. But yeah. Also, this isn't as great a vantage point as you would think, just because there's so much of a drop-off. Speaking of drop-off.
Oh, my knees!
I think that when an enemy sees you and blows the horn, all the other enemies know exactly where you are. But I was nowhere near where they could hit me. Hang on. I want this butterfly.
Oh, I gotta catch this butterfly. Doesn't matter that I'm under attack.
The stiff leg landing in this isn't as bad as, like, Twilight Princess.
Oh, yeah. That's grim.
There's just so much weight to that impact. Yup.
Popeye pain. And let's cut down the strings. Physics!
What happens if that swats you in the head?
It might hurt you, actually.
Yeah, that's actually a really valid question.
It bats you into the river and you immediately freeze to death.
Drives you down like a 10-post.
Oh, yummy. I like the description. It sometimes convulses on its own, which is really creepy.
Can't believe their guts are still twitching.
I don't need that pole.
Spear's bad. It's a bad spear. There's some spears that are good, but this is not one of them.
Basically, how fatter and golder the spear is, the better.
True of most things. Carrots. Corn dogs.
Don't turn around. Bright eyes. There we go.
Oh, they're having a little dance party!
Did everyone do the Goblin dance? Do the Goblin dance and post a video in the thread.
Boca Boco!
You'll get absolutely nothing.
We're gonna hold a contest. The person who does the best Bokoblin dance gets laughed at.
Yay! Everyone do the Hyrule shake.
First who does the worst Goblin dance, you guessed it, gets laughed at.
Oh, come on. I want to parry you. I want to Dark Souls this shit. Damn it.
The person entirely in the middle of the pack gets executed.
We will accept no mediocre dancing.
Be good or be bad. Yay, you did it!
Yeah. When you do that with these Bokoblins, it knocks the weapons right out of their hand.
That's pretty sweet.
Later enemies, it just stuns them long enough for you to get some good hits in.
Take me, I'm yours.
My darling.
It's me, a chest.
I guess that works.
Hooray! You've stolen their shipment of 3 apples.
4 apples.
4 apples and an acorn.
4 candles.
That's a bit of classic British comedy. Good on you.
Hey, you know take candle.
And classic nerd comedy. We're covering all the bases.
It's great.
Man, they were very excited about that pod.
They were gonna have a really nice meal. They were dancing around like, oh yeah, what if we throw some fish and some meat and some spicy peppers into this pot? What do you think that'll do?
I think it'll give us a jacket.
Nah, they're gonna make apple acorn soup.
That's right. Strangely enough, every time a Bokoblin cooks something, dog food.
And here's another type of Korok puzzle. Magnetic metal boxes. Usually they're pretty easy puzzles. There are some that are sort of abstract and I can't figure them out. Basically, it's just, you have 2 structures and a metal box, and often there will be a space missing in one of the structures, so put the metal box there. That's it.
Make this thing the same as the other thing.
This reminds me of a puzzle.
Professor!
Jump off.
There's a
Do it.
thing over there. There's something special over there, so I'm putting bow and arrow to say I saw that from a distance. There's the first shrine.
This is a thing what I looked at.
You need to be careful. If you do end up letting go, but you're right next to a wall, you can grab on again.
Not the Assassin's Creed school of going down. You do the Assassin's Creed thing where you just fall from the top when you're 6 inches from the bottom and grab on.
Oh yeah.
It's fun to look at, but it doesn't have much use.
That's how Link whiles away the time when he's waiting at a campfire. He just pokes his Keese eyeball. Tries to make it blink.
Shakes it like a magic 8-ball.
Now you recall in the first part, there was this pile of rocks over here. Now we can take care of that. And also, there's some fish over there.
Do it.
Here's another where you could fish.
Dynamite fishing!
The redneck method.
Digga-doo-doo, digga-digga-doo-doo, Hyrule!
Can you go noodling? That's the real question. Does anyone but me know what noodling is?
No idea, man.
It is when you fish in a stagnant river for giant catfish by finding their holes and shoving your hand down the holes with the hope that the catfish will bite your arm and you can pull it out that way.
Well, you gotta do something when you don't have TV or a high school education.
Or teeth.
Stereotypes are fun.
If I don't have teeth, I can't be bitten.
At the point where you're fishing for catfish with your arm, you know, anything goes.
Bears do it. Birds do it with worms. Even buzzy little bees do it.
I'm pretty sure none of those things are true.
Well, let's get bitten by fish.
Hang on, what an acorn.
That weird pedicure thing where they let tiny fish chew your skin off your feet.
Wait a goddamn second. How the fuck does a birch tree drop an acorn?
It's probably a squirrel.
Goddamn squirrels!
Because if you kill squirrels, they drop acorns.
Oh, you blow his nuts off! Speaking of rednecks, fun.
Here's an alternate entrance. I say alternate, it's probably the intended entrance into the snow area.
The spicy peppers in the giant arch didn't tip you off.
Right near a pot.
Look, Yami, I didn't live 33 years on this earth getting told what to do by goddamn spicy peppers, okay?
Yeah. I did.
I am my own man, alright? I don't listen to those spicy peppers.
Sure. Klaus wants a snack.
Oh, he wants a spicy pepper! I actually don't know if guinea pigs can even sense spiciness.
Only one way to find out.
Oh no, but if they can, then he'll go nuts.
This is different from normal how?
Well, I mean, there's like nuts, and then there's oh my god, what have you done to me, nuts?
Alright, Thorn, make that a Patreon goal.
Feed spicy peppers to Klausy? No.
Just one. Just one.
I could never torture my sweetie. He does have a taste for champagne, though, it turns out.
So we got 4 spirit orbs.
Yeah, we did.
As I mentioned, that's how many you need to either increase your health or your stamina. And I'm going for stamina. It's kind of cool that the goddess Hylia actually talks directly to you. She doesn't have much to say, she's only interested in spirit orbs.
She just wants your balls, man. No.
She just wants your acorns.
Oh! My corns!
She needs those sweet, sweet orbs.
So each stamina vessel doesn't give you too much. It gives you maybe a fifth of a ring.
Seems an okay amount.
Every little bit does help.
It's 20% more than you had.
Is there a maximum?
Yep, there's a maximum of 3 rings.
Is there enough orbs to get everything?
Nope, there's only enough orbs to get either all hearts, or I think 27 hearts and a full stamina meter.
Yeah. If you get everything, you can get a full stamina meter, and you'll be short 4 hearts from 2 full rows.
Luckily, there are types of food, I don't think we've seen them yet, which if you cook them, they increase your max hearts. So, you can go into battle with full health, but you take a hit. Those hearts are temporary, not permanent.
Oh, so they're spirit hearts, effectively.
Effectively.
More or less. But yeah, anything that is quote-unquote hearty.
Yeah.
Anything hearty you want, because that is what's gonna save your balls. Especially in the early game.
I get it.
It's gonna save your corns, Yammy!
Your heartyful boyfriend.
Yoop.
Me.
Yoop.
Ooh, Glowy Mountain.
Oh.
That's a rare thing, which I'm not going to be able to see for a long time.
That's a desperately cool thing.
And I see a glowy over there.
Old man, what's with this eldritch glow of yours?
Dumbledore? Is that you?
Well done there, young one. Now then, the time has come to show you who I truly am. I was King Rome Bosphoramos Hyrule. I was the last leader of Hyrule, a kingdom which no longer exists. The Great Calamity was merciless. It devastated everything in its path, a century ago. It was then that my life was taken away from me. And since that time, here I have remained in spirit form. I did not think it wise to overwhelm you while your memory was still fragile. So rather than that, I thought it best to assume a temporary form. Forgive me. I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago. To know Calamity Ganon's true form, one must know the story from an age-long past. The Demon King was born into this kingdom, but his transformation into malice created the horror you see now. Stories of Ganon were passed from generation to generation in the form of legends and fairy tales. But there was also a prophecy. The signs of a resurrection of Calamity Ganon are clear, and the power to oppose it lies dormant beneath the ground. We decided to heed the prophecy and began excavating large areas of land. It wasn't long before we discovered several ancient relics made by the hands of our distant ancestors. These relics, the divine beasts, were giant machines piloted by warriors. We also found the Guardians, an army of mechanical soldiers who fought autonomously. This coincided with ancient legends, oft repeated throughout our land. We also learned of a princess with a sacred power, and her appointed knight, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness. It was they who sealed Ganon away using the power of these ancient relics. 100 years ago, there was a princess set to inherit a sacred power, and a skilled knight at her side. It was clear that we must follow our ancestors' path. We selected 4 skilled individuals from across Hyrule and tasked them with the duty of piloting the divine beasts. With the princess as their commander, we dubbed these pilots champions, a name that would solidify their unique bond. The princess, her appointed knight, and the rest of the champions were on the brink of sealing away Ganon. But nay. Ganon was cunning, and he responded with a plan beyond our imagining. He appeared from deep below Hyrule Castle, seized control of the Guardians and the Divine Beasts, and turned them against us. The champions lost their lives, those residing in the castle as well. The appointed knight, bravely wounded, collapsed while defending the princess. And thus, the kingdom of Hyrule was devastated absolutely by Calamity Ganon. However, the princess survived to face Ganon alone.
Link, you are our final hope. The fate of Hyrule rests with you.
That princess was my own daughter, my dear Zelda. And the courageous knight who protected her right up to the very end. That knight was none other than you, Link. You fought valiantly when your fate took an unfortunate turn. And then, you were taken to the Shrine of Resurrection. Here you now stand, revitalized 100 years later. The words of guidance you have been hearing since your awakening are from Princess Zelda herself. Even now, as she works to restrain Ganon from within Hyrule Castle, she calls out for your help. However, my daughter's power will soon be exhausted. Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself, and nothing will stop him from consuming our land. Considering that I could not save my own kingdom, I have no right to ask this of you, Link. But I am powerless here. You must save her, my daughter, and do whatever it takes to annihilate Ganon. Somehow, Ganon has maintained control over all 4 divine beasts, as well as those guardians swarming around Hyrule Castle. I believe it would be quite reckless for you to head directly to the castle at this point. I suggest that you make your way east out to one of the villages in the wilderness. Follow the road out to Kakariko Village. There you will find the Elder Impa. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead. Consult the map on your Sheikah slate for the precise location of Kakariko Village. Make your way past the twin summits of the dueling peaks. From there, follow the road as it proceeds north.
Hey, about fucking time, old man.
We can now go anywhere and do anything.
Hi, welcome to freedom.
It's terrifying. Please put me back on a curated adventure path.
You know what? You can stay on the plateau, for all I care. I'm gonna be flying the skies! That's it.
We're done.
That's all you got, old man?
Ugh. -5 points for a poor ending.
Yep, that's it. Back to royal hell with you.
I don't know, I like how human that is. Like after all of this, consult your map on the Sheikah slate. Everything was destroyed. At the end, it's just like, I think that's it. And that is it. We can now leave the Great Plateau and go anywhere in the entire game. Look at this game map. If you've got the stamina, you can go anywhere.
Like, you personally, the player.
You, the player, can go anywhere. In fact, including directly to Hyrule Castle if you wanted.
There it is.
It's fucking stupid to do that. And also, people voted for me to go fucking do that. So we are going to do that in the later parts.
The fuck did you expect? I mean, come on.
Dude, it is not stupid to go there first thing. There is some powerful gear that's just like ripe for the plucking.
And that is what I will be going there for. I'm not going to complete the game, but there is some really good weapons and, well, other stuff.
And a certain unique item that is critical.
But here's the paraglider. You do use stamina as you use it, but relatively slowly, so you can get some good distance on it.
Pretty good distance, and there's nothing... there's nothing precluding you from chugging a stamina meal mid-flight as well.
Yeah, you can give yourself a stamina enema or whatever you do.
You can hold the paraglider with one hand and one hand a meat pie.
That just sent you tumbling.
You get a nose bag.
Now you notice, I accidentally did something. I went into slow-mo.
Yeah.
Here I did it on purpose, though. When you're in the air, you can pull out your bow. You will go in slow-mo. It uses your stamina really fast. But at that point, you can get some really accurate attacks, including on these guardians. Now, earlier, I didn't really have the equipment to take care of these guys, and right now I don't either. But I have enough equipment that I'm like, I'm gonna get revenge on this prick. For everything that the Guardians did to our princess, to our kingdom, this is for Hyrule. And for me.
They did fuck you up, too.
And also for that.
Wow, what a tough gesture. Beating up a guy who can't walk.
I assume later there will be mobile versions of these.
Oh, yes, there will.
Oh, boy.
And they will be motherfuckers.
They, you know that battle theme that was playing?
Yes.
Yeah, imagine just, like, blithely walking along, and all of a sudden you hear that, and that sort of sound when it's zeroing in, and you don't know where it's coming from, and you just know that your death is at hand. Yeah.
I mean, that's how I live every day, but sure.
Oh! Wow, oh, then this might actually trigger some PTSD for you.
Yeah, here's the problem with the walking guardians. They'll follow you. And they're faster than you.
They're so fast.
Ah, someone bravely slayed that battlement.
Take that, crenellation!
There you go, that's the word I was looking for.
Thanks, man. Team effort.
But now the fog at the bottom is gone. The rest of the world has loaded in. And next time, we're gonna explore our brand new world.
We can now go literally anywhere we want. Congratulations.
And I'm particularly proud of getting this angle at the end of the recording.
Wow,
Look at those birds.
it's like a promo shot. The Twin Mountains off in the background. Gosh, you got the soul of a poet.
Probably the only Switch game worth having.
Mario Kart 8?
It's a Wii U port.
It is a reimagine. I don't know, man. I'm not buying a Switch yet.
Yeah, I'll buy one in like November.
If something that's not Breath of the Wild comes out for it.
I'm holding out for Wonderful 102.
Nice. Very good. Let's see, I don't know what will cause me to pull the trigger on it.
I'm sure this won't. I know if you play the Switch version of this game, you get a t-shirt in-game with the Switch logo on it.
It's anachronistically delicious.
How meta. I mean, we got Zelda, Mario's coming at some point.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm not that interested in going to New Donk City.
What?
That's where it's set. New Donk City.
I know, but how could you not want to go to New Donk City?
Because I've been fooled before.
I mean, Old Donk City was garbage, but New Donk City?
Jeez, man. It was New Amsterdam, okay? Anyway, but that's all beside the point. We're not here to sell Nintendo Switches to sons of bitches. Here, we're here to talk about how the world is open to us. What would you do if you had a backpack full of apples, a sword on your back, and a world to explore?
Play Final Fantasy 14.
Oh, yeah, How about you, Thorn?
Well, if it's anything like how actually playing this game is like, it doesn't matter because I'm going to get distracted by something.
Wow, you guys think so small. You know, with your video games and your flower picking. No, do you know what I would do? I would march up to the castle, kick down the doors, boot that pig Cloud off of his stupid butt throne, and become Calamity Granola. Imagine a big old guinea pig head just floating above the castle like,
I will literally pay for fan art of that.
Calamity Granola.
Hey, Lord, you take commissions?
I'd be all like bullying people, like, shut up, nerd, it's me, Calamity Granola, give me your lunch rupees.
Seriously, like if someone draws that, I'll throw like $5 at your Patreon, and if I can get it as a print, I will totally buy it.
Calamity Granola!
I think I want that on my wall.
Oh, I'm flattered.
Not you.
Aw,
The guinea pig. I want close on my wall.
who doesn't?
Here's the problem with your plan, Skippy.
Ah,
One of the goals of the game is to go to the divine beasts. All of them are still possessed, though. You remember that thing walking on the volcano and that flying bird? Those are two of the divine beasts. They each have bosses. If you go straight to the castle without taking care of the bosses and the divine beasts, you have to fight them first before you fight Ganon. All 4 of them, in sequence. If you die to any of them, you have to redo the entire thing. Including Ganon.
yeah, but think of it this way. If I do it, not only will I be Calamity Granola, but then I'll have my little clones. Let's see here. Peanut Blight Granola, Guinea Blight Granola, Milk Fart Blight Granola. That guy's bad news. Oh, yeah, and Banjo Blight Granola. Yeah, that's right. You better watch out, because the next thing that I'll be fingerpicking is your doom!
Next part is mostly going to be exploration. Like I mentioned, I did hold a poll. This was a long time ago before the thread began, and even before us recording these began, asking what people would like to see me do first. Out of a very specific list, I think it was like 5 different things. One of them was to go to Kakariko Village. More for things you can get there than for actual story progression. Another was just do whatever the hell. And another was go to Hyrule Castle and get some really good equipment. Most people voted for the good equipment, but I think arsing around was like right in second place. And when it comes to voting, I don't believe in winner take all. So it's going to be a mix. The goal for now is going to be to go to Hyrule Castle, but I will be doing some of my own stuff alongside that and continuing the story from there.
I voted for faffing about every time.
And you will get plenty of faffing about.
Don't fool yourself. Stopping you from just fucking around in this game is like trying to stop the tide.
It's inevitable. But next time, we will take the jump off the Great Plateau.
Forget the button for the parachute and immediately crater.